Hello. Good morning, everyone. Hope you had a great night's rest. Um, yeah, this is going to be a fairly quick but also still yet informative session. We didn't have too much action. Um, but yeah, let's start with this session. All right. First things first, looking at Bitcoin. So I wanted to see a bounce off of the previous week's point of control to the downside. Okay, a bit of a retracement. And then we didn't get any reaction whatsoever. We actually pushed upwards through this red line. We got a bounce, beautiful reactions, and we pushed for value area high. So just look at the reactions. Beautiful, beautiful reactions. And these are the type of reactions that I want to see when we are looking at um, the point of control and the value area high like this. Okay, super, super cool stuff. I'll drag this one out. I do think we will get another reaction over here. But yeah, so overall direction, we are pushing out of value area. So I do see us pushing to this uh, value area for Sunday. Definitely going to push through that guy. We could even push through it, use it as support, and then see a bit of a continuation again. Okay. Or we might see another reaction over here to the downside. I'll obviously just see how we react and yep. Jumping to Ethereum, okay, we also wanted to see a downwards move on Ethereum from point of control to the downside. We did get a bit of a reaction, but not the reaction that I was looking for. We just drag this out again to the right-hand side. And then late yesterday evening, we actually pushed through this the point of control without any reactions when we got there. Okay, we literally just pushed through. Now we are currently trading inside of Sunday's high volume area on Ethereum. Okay, super interesting stuff. The fact that we already are in this area on Ethereum gives me quite a bit of confidence to know that we will push to that area on Bitcoin. Definitely. Looking at Ripple, okay, we are already up with 4.7% on Ripple on the day. I did want to see an upwards move. Didn't expect us to have a bit of this rangy type of price action. So yeah, also quite interesting for me. But I'll just stay put because we are ranging. Okay, you can see every time we close off the US session, we start going into a range. And yesterday as well. Well, this morning as well, we start going. Well, we went into a range. So yeah. Looking at Doge, Doge is pushing up slowly but steady. Really just working ourselves upwards. We are currently trading in Monday's high volume area. So we might definitely see some rangy price action inside of this price level. Okay. Otherwise, we'll just push through. Then we'll look at Sunday's high volume area. Okay. As the next target for Dogecoin. Jumping to Euro USD. Okay, super glad I stayed out of Euro USD yesterday because just look at how we ranged. We went sideways the whole freaking day. So yeah, really glad that I stayed put on Euro USD. If we can get a close below the 200, oh yeah, below the 200 exponential moving average, exactly like this, I am looking at a downwards move towards the point of control for the previous week. Okay, really quite simple stuff. Uh, it might be worth the trade to wait for a bit of a retracement. I'll obviously just wait for a reaction. If we do get a reaction, if we push up again, but we are starting to reject the 200 exponential moving average, then I'll perhaps look at this trade. And my second take profit will be at point of control, and my third take profit would be at the low of the value area. Okay. So it might be worth a trade with a really tight stop loss because we might just push it through and just smash it to the upside. GBP USD, we are seeing some reactions off of this high, okay, a bit of a resistance area that we use as support and that we used as resistance, and resistance yet again. Okay, so it also confirms my Euro USD analysis. Now, I am also expecting a bit of an upwards move on GBP USD and then that push to the downside. Now, if you go look at the previous week's value areas, okay, we traded quite a bit around Wednesday's value area, we traded quite around Thursday's value area, and we are reacting off of Friday's value area, okay, between these two black levels. If I can get a bit of a retracement into this area, I'll also consider looking for a short position. Okay, and then one of my take profits will be this low for this morning at 6 o'clock. And then my other take profit will probably be the low of yesterday. Okay, so quite a bit of a rangy type of price action going on, but I'll also use an extremely tight stop loss on GBP USD. Jumping to USD JPY, we got so close to our third take profit. Luckily, I worked with my stop loss, followed price really quite aggressive with my third trade. With my third trade's stop loss level to just make sure it doesn't come back all the way towards my entry price because I could have at least gotten out of a year then. But we got really, really close, and then we had news coming out, job openings. We had way more job openings than I expected, and that actually was forecasted, which is a really good thing for the US dollar. And immediately after that news, we started to push upwards and continued. Okay, so I got stopped out on the news candle right around here. So yeah, super close, close. There's a thing that I like to say, and I, yeah, it is a bit of a not your average person's language, but it's just a saying in trading. Okay, so I do apologize if it's offensive, if anyone takes offense. But it's don't be a dick for a tick. And I actually was a dick for a tick yesterday because we came super close to my take profit. So I could have actually just gotten out over here and I would have been still happy. But yeah, at least I did trail with my stop loss and it still played out really, really good. Okay, and then immediately afterwards, well, after the news, we started to push back up. We worked our way ourselves through Monday's value area. We do have this low that reacted as resistance. One, two. We might see this low also react or act as resistance. So I'll just see how we react at that price level. Okay. So that's it for the Forex market. Jumping to commodities. Okay. I took a really quick scalp on Brent crude. I didn't get this whole move to the upper side. I just took the trade towards this candle. Okay, I think I was in like 8 minutes or 9 minutes in this trade. It was a really quick trade off of this bounce, okay, off of Monday's point of control. Beautiful reaction, okay. The second candle didn't even come close by, which means, okay, buyers are really interested in buying over here, and we pushed upwards. I didn't want to hold this trade because I didn't know where we are going, just because we had news benefiting the dollar. Um, so yeah, but it's quite interesting, looking at job openings and NFP. When you are trading commodities, it's quite tough because More job openings means more people will afford petrol, which means Brent will go up. More people will afford jewelry, which means gold will go up. Yeah, just quickly hold on for me for a moment, please. Okay. So yeah, I didn't want to keep this trade open for too long, but it played out phenomenally. Really happy and satisfied with what we got. We also discussed this move in our New York pre-market analysis session. We want to see the market push back towards the point of control. We got that. We got a beautiful reaction. Buyers looked really interested, and we just pushed upwards. So really decent trade. But you at least could have gotten what? We just look, yeah, you could have targeted, you even could have targeted this minor high. So yeah, you could have literally traded from the top to the bottom, which is also a really beautiful trade. Okay. So yeah, and I also used a really tight stop loss on this guy. Okay, so quite interesting price action on Brent crude. Looking at gold currently, again, another reaction at the previous week's value area high. Okay, again, another reaction at that price level. Beautiful reactions, pushing price to the downside. Now I'm still in my gold trade from Monday, so I'll just hold this guy. Um, I did expect it to be a bit of a swing trade, so I'm extremely patient with it. And also another thing, I didn't be yeah, I wasn't too aggressive with my stop loss on this trade. My stop loss is currently sitting at 2630 for my third trade. Um, I did close my second trade, so I only have one trade open on gold still. So I'm just really going to be patient with this guy and see if we could eventually reach take profit 2 or take profit 3 even. Okay, but yeah, just beautiful reactions. Like again, it's not a coincidence. It really is not a coincidence. Okay, what am I looking at for gold? Obviously, I'm looking upwards, but I do like this reaction. If we can get an upwards push and finally just break out of that price level, use it as support and continue higher, that would be fantastic. But we are looking quite heavy, so we might even still push a bit down, and then we might see this exact move. Okay, bouncing off the previous week's value area high. It's really not a coincidence. Okay, it's just how the market works. And once you understand how the market works, your market sentiment becomes much clearer. You know what structure we are in. Obviously, we can see we are in a rangy, yeah, we are ranging. Um, so yeah, I mean, come on, let's make the most out of it while we are in this range. We will anticipate a breakout to the upper side. I am anticipating a breakout to the upper side. We do have news coming out, ISM services PMI, and also Fed Chair Powell's speech tonight at 8:45. So things might become really interesting for us on gold. I don't think there will be a rate cut for December. I think it's going to stay the same. So it's going to be quite volatile later on today. Okay, and I do believe also the traders and institutions in America, they also expect a no rate cut. Obviously, they expect that the rates will not be decreased or increased. So from the get-go, from 4:30, we might see some volatile price action. Okay. But thank you so much to everyone who joined. Again, as always, it is much appreciated. And I will then see you for our New York pre-market analysis session. Right. Cheers, everyone.